This is Adrian Gropper, and this is a preview of a hangout we're going to be doing Wednesday evening at 11 p.m. about patient-centered EHRs. I'm now going to start the screen share and show you a couple of slides. Bear with me. Patient-centered EHR combines the EHRs into one per patient. It combines consent management into one portal per patient across all the various providers. And it allows each clinician and institution to choose either the patient-centered EHR or a traditional institutional EHR model. Here's how it works. Typically, an EHR is accessed by clinicians and patients through separate portals. The clinician sees a patient list, and the patient only sees the patient record part. What we're doing is taking the same code, the NOSH code, and splitting it into two separate EHRs. One that has mostly only the patient list parts, and the other one is specific to a single patient. So these can be in two separate places now. These are now connected through the standard FHIR API, and hospitals that don't use this architecture, have traditional EHRs like Epic, can also use FHIR to connect to either one. In a normal traditional system, you have the patient has to go to multiple portals, one for each of the different institutions they deal with. But when we do this split, the patient now has access to an EHR that can be their own, and the physicians that use the direct primary care model are actually working mostly in the patient's own electronic health record, regardless of, in other words, one for each of their patients using this model. From the clinician experience is the same. They pick a patient on a patient list, then automatically they are signed in to the separate EHR that's controlled by the patient through something called single sign-on, and they continue working on that EHR. So the clinician sees exactly the same number of clicks, and to the extent that NOSH is the same on both sides, they actually can't easily tell the difference. The effect of this, when combined with something called user-managed access, is that the patient sees one combined consent portal and one combined health records portal. And the role of the portals at each individual institution is deprecated. This sort of summarizes the whole story. It shows how patients and clinicians now have access to the API instead of having to use various portals, and how consent management and health records access are combined to technology that is controlled or associated with a single patient. Hope to see you on Wednesday night. Thank you.